Ever pondered how media shapes public opinion? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? Media, in all its forms, holds an almost insurmountable power over our perceptions and beliefs. It's a paintbrush that colors our view of the world, an unseen conductor orchestrating the symphony of societal opinion. Now, let's delve a little deeper. Imagine a figurehead in the media, someone with a platform that extends far and wide. Let's use Jeremy Vine as an example. He's a media personality with a significant reach, a man whose words are heard by millions. It's personalities like him who often shape the narrative, who guide the direction of public discourse. They can choose to be responsible, to use their influence to promote understanding and empathy. Or they can choose to use it to mold perceptions to their liking, to propagate a narrative that benefits them. Consider this. Every time Jeremy Vine speaks, every time he shares his thoughts on a topic, he's actively influencing how people perceive that subject. Through his words, he has the power to sway public opinion, to create a ripple effect that extends far beyond his immediate audience. Yet, it's important to remember that with great power comes great responsibility. And herein lies the crux of the matter. What happens when these influential figures fail to uphold this responsibility? What happens when they wield their power irresponsibly, when they use their platform to propagate narratives that are skewed, biased, or even downright harmful? This is where the power of media can become a double-edged sword. It can enlighten or mislead, unify or divide, uplift or tear down. And when wielded irresponsibly, it can foster a culture of hypocrisy and double standards. So let's circle back to our initial question. Ever pondered how media shapes public opinion? In understanding the power and influence of media, we must also acknowledge the role that media personalities play in shaping public opinion. And we must ask ourselves, but what happens when these media personalities become hypocritical in their actions? Enter Jeremy Vine, a media personality known for his sharp critiques. A figure who, it appears, has made it a sport to malign Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at every turn. Jeremy Vine is a master of the media game. He's known for his pointed barbs and scathing commentaries, but let's take a moment to peel back the layers and examine the man behind the microphone. In the world of Jeremy Vine, it seems that Prince Harry and Meghan are nothing more than fodder for his fiery rhetoric. He's taken them to task numerous times, criticizing their decisions, their actions, and their attempts to protect their rights through legal action. But isn't this the pot calling the kettle black? Let's rewind to instances where Jeremy Vine himself has sought the shield of the law. When he felt wronged, when he felt his rights were infringed upon, he didn't hesitate to pursue legal action. He even went so far as to share his triumphs with the world, painting himself as the righteous crusader for justice. Yet when Prince Harry and Meghan do the same, they're met with scorn and derision. Vine seems to believe that they should simply suffer in silence, that their status somehow negates their right to seek justice. But why should this be so? Why should Prince Harry and Meghan be denied the same rights that Jeremy Vine so vehemently defends for himself? This glaring inconsistency is nothing short of hypocrisy. It's a double standard that Vine seems to wear with pride, blissfully ignorant of the absurdity of his stance. He's quick to throw stones from his glass house, seemingly oblivious to the fact that he himself is not impervious to the slings and arrows of public scrutiny. This is not a condemnation of legal action or of the right to defend oneself when wronged. Rather, it's a call for fairness, for consistency, and for the recognition that all individuals, regardless of their status, deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. Isn't this a glaring display of hypocrisy? The royal couple, Harry and Meghan, are often reduced to mere fodder for media personalities. It's an unfortunate reality that the couple, who have contributed much to society, find themselves regularly dehumanized by those who sit comfortably behind their desks, armed with microphones and an audience. A prime example of this is media personality Jeremy Vine. He, like many others, has made a habit of painting Harry and Meghan as figures of controversy, rather than as the human beings they are. This is not just a series of unfair criticisms, it is an outright dehumanization. It's easy to forget that behind the titles and the headlines are two individuals who have the same rights to respect and dignity as anyone else. Yet, Vine seems to forget this. He uses his platform to belittle and defame the couple, often several times a week. He criticizes them for seeking justice when they feel violated. But isn't this what any person, royal or not, would do when their rights are infringed upon? The irony here is that Vine himself does not hesitate to seek justice when he feels violated. He even shares his victories with the world. But when Harry and Meghan do the same, he questions their right to do so. This double standard is not only hypocritical but also dehumanizing. It reduces Harry and Meghan to less than human, to mere subjects of public entertainment and ridicule. This isn't just about Vine. It's about a larger issue within the media industry, where personalities frequently cross the line between fair commentary and dehumanization. It's a violation of the couple's rights, and it's a practice that needs to be examined and addressed. So we must ask ourselves, where does the line between critique and dehumanization lie? How can media personalities be held accountable for crossing this line? And most importantly, how can we ensure that Harry and Meghan, like any other individuals, are treated with the respect and dignity they deserve? Doesn't this raise questions about the ethics of such media practices? The double standards are striking, aren't they? One can't help but notice the glaring inconsistencies in the media's treatment of personalities like Jeremy Vine and individuals like Prince Harry and Meghan. It's a classic case of do as I say, not as I do, and it's high time we addressed it. Let's take a look at Jeremy Vine, for instance. Here's a man who uses his platform to regularly critique and even defame Prince Harry and Meghan. Yet when he himself feels violated, he doesn't hesitate to pursue legal action. In fact, he's quick to share his triumphs with the world. It seems that in his eyes, justice is a privilege reserved for him alone. Now let's compare this with Prince Harry and Meghan's situation. They've been subjected to relentless defamation, often at the hands of personalities like Vine. And when they've taken steps to protect their rights and seek justice, they've been met with criticism. It's as if their humanity is forgotten, and they're seen as mere fodder for the media. This is more than just hypocrisy. It's a gross double standard that devalues individuals based on their public status. Vine's actions reveal a concerning trend in media, where it's acceptable to trample on the rights of others, as long as it serves their narrative. Yet when the tables are turned, they're quick to cry foul and demand justice. How can Vine criticize Prince Harry for standing up for himself, while he himself does the exact same thing? It's a question worth pondering. It's a question that exposes the double standards at play. Prince Harry, like any other individual, has every right to seek justice when he feels violated. Just because he's in the public eye doesn't mean he's forfeited his rights. Vine's criticism of him is not only hypocritical, but it also undermines the principles of fairness and justice our society is built upon. Doesn't this reveal a concerning level of hypocrisy in our media? It's time we held media personalities like Vine accountable for their actions and challenged these double standards. Because in the end, justice should be a basic right for all, not just a privilege for a chosen few. In this era of information, we must question what we consume. It's no secret that media outlets possess a powerful influence over public opinion. The words they choose, the stories they spotlight, the narratives they weave, all play a pivotal role in shaping our perception of the world. But as consumers of this information, we need to be discerning. We need to critically analyze the content that's presented to us and not just accept it at face value. Take the case of Jeremy Vine, a media personality who has repeatedly used his platform to critique Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex. On the surface, his commentary might seem like just another opinion in the vast media landscape. But when you dig deeper, you begin to see the hypocrisy. The same man who criticizes Prince Harry for seeking legal redress when wronged does not hesitate to use the law to protect his own interests. How can we reconcile these double standards? We can't. But what we can do is recognize them for what they are, a clear indication of bias. And once we see this bias, we must challenge it. We must call out the hypocrisy, the unfairness, the dehumanization. Because Harry and Meghan, like all of us, deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. And let's not forget, challenging these biases isn't just about Harry and Meghan, or even about Jeremy Vine. It's about creating a fairer, more balanced media environment where everyone is held to the same standards, where everyone's rights are respected. So let us not be passive consumers of information. Let's be active participants in the media landscape. Let's question, let's think, let's engage. Let's strive to create a media culture that values fairness, integrity, and respect for all. Remember to question, to think, and to engage. And if you found this video insightful, please subscribe, like, and share. Your support helps us keep the conversation going.